Trackmania Exchange API is not responding. It must be down. Didn't we have this map name already? Lorem Ipsum? Sounds like familiar. Hey, there is a wood map and Granadi is not playing. Orbo is playing. Ah. Oof. Ah, rip. No, I shouldn't have steered through the checkpoint. Oh, this is a much tighter corner. Some checkpoints are annoying, like you cannot really change your line that much. Here we don't need to be that far left. That's already the last turn, and let's train this one as well again. Yeah. But that was a very bad gear change, holy moly. Okay, 25th, where's the GPS? Is there a GPS? Yes, there is. Okay, jumps like this. Keeps grip with a chicane, okay. So here was my big time loss in my run. Oh! Yeah, good that I watched the GPS because I am actually not sure if I had realized that. Oh! Okay. How much time? 9 minutes. Good. I mean, I had a really bad gear change there in my PP, so I don't know if that's always the case, if you would go for the non-wall hit line. Yeah, but I have to understand this, of course. Also what I can already say as feedback to the mapper, the checkpoint placement is a little bit annoying. I realized it now on several checkpoints, that when your line is wrong through the corner, you pass the checkpoint also with the wrong line, so that even the flying respawn doesn't help. RIP. But let's train this. Yeah. I want to compare the ending. I mean, it really depends now on your line through the last turn. But probably it's better to not use the water to jump. In terms of pace, because that means that you can take more speed through the turn, through the drift. Oh. Guys, we're gonna watch this. Bitte was? This is... I have no idea what he does here. Well, I didn't intend to watch this replay, but we do it now that I'm here. I thought there's a cut. That's why I left. Okay, he takes this one. This should be the easier finish as well. Oops. Marius, you better join back the server. Oh god, this weird airtime wasn't a really good run anyway. Might go too high there. Ach man, had a good lap, but then I get the gear of hell. But this transition sucks. I'm never getting it. Because I always get this left turn perfect on the ledge on the inside, but then I'm too inside for the jump. Well, was maybe a bad idea. Or sometimes it doesn't get around. You have 2 more tries. Do I continue this? Of course not a great start. No. That was not great. Ach, scheiße. That damn time confused me there. Like, I lost no time by watching a replay that basically drove the same lines after already joining late. Fuck. That was probably even free, but hard to say because I had no run through. This one transition, I didn't have it a single time good. Like that one transition was hurting a lot. I bet that I drive it if one time easily now. I didn't really understand though, where the heck did Hübsch...
Hello?
Yo, hello. Where did he gain so much in the start though?
Do you hear me correct?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
is there anything?
No. Maybe a little bit
Good?
quiet, but I can understand you.
Okay, nice. Yeah, rank 1 was cheated.
Yeah, that cost me the one because I thought it's a cut and then I went off to see what it is.
Yeah, I did the same, but I got the 1 in my last attempt. But yeah, so many gear shenanigans and all of this here. But cool map, eh?
Yeah, So my second to last run maybe could have been it. But at this plastic wallbang I lost my gear or never got it.
Plastic wallbang?
Yeah, I don't really know how much faster it actually is, but the GPS does it and the world record did it as well.
Oh.
But I don't even know how much it gains, but it definitely didn't help me that I knew about it.
Yeah, I see it now, but I just went super inside. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if
I saw it and I was like, oh, good that I watched a GPS. I never would have seen that, but I was also wondering, is that even a lot faster? Because it's definitely not easy to hit. You first of all have to learn it, like what is the angle?
Yeah.
And I struggled to get the gear shift in time in some laps, and that killed my last attempts.
Where do you hit though? Do you hit early? No.
Yeah, you have to hit it rather early. Like the first time I tried it, I was way too late with hitting, and then you don't make it around the black platform.
Yeah, but I think going tighter is maybe a bit better. I don't see myself surviving long in Div 1 though. Dude. Eddie Rising in Division 1. Oh my god, dude.
Hagen! Huh? Yeah, thanks a lot. I don't know how I deserved it right now, but thanks a lot, Hagen, for all these gifted subs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a deal on Twitch right now going on where sub gifts are a bit cheaper.
Ah, well, that makes sense. Why not more then?
35%. How many did he give though?
Yeah, enough.
Enough, okay. So I guess more than 50.
No, not that much. I think it was 20.
25.
I think it was 20. If I saw it correct.
Yeah, I lose half a second if I go for the plastic wallbang. But gaps are insane here. I'm 19th. At 1.5 behind. It's a hard map. I will not go for the plastic hit.
Yeah, I'm also debating.
Oh, and the risky is a lot different.
There are two ways to do it, yeah, but also there it's unclear what is actually the best way. Also,
oh my god.
What did you do? Which way?
I went very far right and jumped to the left into the finish.
Yeah. This is maybe the more difficult way. I cannot say what is more difficult and what is faster. Also my first one I did the water line. Then I saw the GPS and the GPS was doing the line that you took. And then I watched the world record, the non-cheated world record, because I wasn't anyway just offline. And that one did the water.
I'll try the water now.
What can go wrong?
Yeah.
You just have to make sure that you get early to the left.
Okay, the plastic wallbang makes sense now. Oh yeah, I failed it. But it's fine. So many people failed. Could go for, I will not go for that. I floated. Went too direct into the water.
You actually don't need to go much into the water. It's just important that you're transitioning early to the left so that you're having an easy way. Like you only need half of the car in the water and you jump already high enough.
5 KOs in the first round. Oh man. Is this really Div 1? Oh my god. I don't have any pace on this map though. Like it's so hard to do it consistent.
What are you doing today?
I just play for a break. I still have to hand in 2 papers.
Also you stop after cup of the day or?
Yeah, I'm not streaming right now.
Achso, you're not streaming. Ah.
Just played as a break. Thought it might be fun to play Cup again, and I got Division 1, so that's cool.
I'm jealous.
My first Cup in like, I don't know, 2 months or so. But this map is really hard. The winning times are not that fast. Like, okay, top, never mind. 0.3.
My alert is still going on, This has to stop soon.
The ice bear? Or polar bear? Oh no, that was for follow, right?
I changed them at some point. The follow one is from the AO8 Cup, from the Deus AO8 Cup, where I had a bug.
Yeah.
And the sub alert is me at, I don't know, 9 years age, 10 years, 11. Or maybe actually already a bit older. When I was doing Schlittenfahren in my hometown. And I did a new record in jumping far. With a sled.
Oh, I'm out. Okay. I failed the end. Well...
Once they finish it is...
Oh man. That's a quick finish. What a weird map. But it's nice. Weird but nice. Okay, time to watch your stream. I've trained level 5.
Got this first place, 3 tenths behind, and now I'm 8 tenths behind. It's half a second, okay.
You go safe.
Yeah. The only thing that can knock me out in these rounds is if I fail the risky.
Yeah.
Ulrich, also with a sub, with a gifted sub to Sir Mayonnaise. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, good focus, guys. Good support. Keep it up, keep it up.
I only have to open here the stream lab so that it will update the number. I'm wondering what I do today. I think there will be another Sportix Cup, but there is some time to waste until that starts. I have to still go through matchmaking. To get at least into Master. And with that also getting some better positions in the campaign so that I'm at least top 1000 there.
You want the trophies?
Yeah.
For the trophies, I think I'm like silver rank right now because I hardly play.
Yeah, matchmaking is also long ago for me.
And Huhan with a sub, 46 months. Thank you.
You're Huhan as well. Thanks a lot.
I'm just reading out your alerts now.
Oh, good news. Today is Ditchfest number 100. You should play that. Oh, yeah. How do you know that, Hagen? The Ditchfest number 100. How long was this edition that I once played? I mean, we still have to make sure that we end up before Sportix Cup starts.
What is Ditchfest?
It's a small fun cup on weird maps from the Russian community.
Mm-hmm. Nice that there's a cup from them. But Sportix starts at 20, no?
No. 21:30
Oh, okay.
mostly.
Oh, that late.
Yeah. Also, what could be interesting for you? Once in a month, Yannick is also hosting a platform cup. with real platform mode. It's very exciting, it's extremely exciting actually.
Yeah, when is that?
Yeah, also on a Friday. Also Sportix Cup is always happening on the last Friday of the month. And the Platform Cup is happening in the middle, like the third Friday, mostly.
So it was like 1 or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was... In this case, I think it was 2 weeks ago. At this time it had even prize money.
Yeah, maybe I can play it next time.
It's basically a first bit seeding is platform mode and time attack, a 30 minutes time to get your best run with as least respawns as possible. Yannick is still building the map in stream before. And then the top 20 qualify, and then you play basically a knockout mode, rounds mode. Everyone does one round, and the first people, also with the most respawns in this one run, get knocked out. That's how he does it.
That's a nice concept.
It's also time attack, but we just finish only one run.
So it's like hybrid. So until everybody has finished and the person with the most respawns goes out.
Yeah, multiple persons go then out each round. But
That's cool actually.
Yeah,
and the time doesn't really matter. So if I find
you can go really slow. He's also annoyed by how safe I play there. Like I take then ages to get to the finish sometimes.
Saying that Marius going into the
but the thing is, he is including parts where you have to YOLO. He's including parts where you need to get something really good, so that you get it without respawns, and if you don't get it, then he has a lower landing section where you can go into a checkpoint that respawns you then on the upper level. But you lose basically one checkpoint if you don't make it. But all of these sections that he includes there, you have to try fast, like you cannot save them. So that is then a little bit against me. I mean, I'm still doing fine, but it wasn't enough for me. And you need to be also quite lucky actually. Like that in the correct run you get all the things. It's very important towards the end.
Yeah, especially like in the top 5 rounds, yeah. You have another resub. I think Aaron or BJ Aaron. Jaron. 89 as well.
Another 89. That's the most important. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
See you as well. Yesterday was a bit annoying because I was hunting from Aura's Pathfinding Cup. It was also always a hunting competition where I hunted for 1 week, and it was also seasonal, and it was basically 1v1 between Poke and myself for 2nd place. And yesterday I then actually decided to not play Cup of the Day and not play Bon Cup, just to finish a time, because I was again way too late with starting it. And I thought that if I just get a clean run, I even found a small reroute that Poke then didn't find, but the times are secret, so I didn't know his time and I didn't know his route. That makes
But you streamed them, or?
No, of course I didn't stream it.
Yeah,
I found something and I figured then out when the results were there that he didn't find it. I can show you guys after Cup of the Day how that looked like. And I was pretty sure from the season before, if I just get a clean run without respawns and then even with a reroute that he first of all has to find as well, it will be fine, I will be leading. But I was getting a very clean run during Cup of the Day and I was not leading. So I had to go back into the editor and check out what I might have missed. And there are sectors in these Pathfinding Cups. They're very similar to Tom, but even a bit crazier. There are many sections where you have to go back and forth a lot. And if you can find something to get rid of an effect, to get past an effect block, then it can actually gain you a lot of time. Because you don't have to go back and forth, you can just directly do something and move on. And this is the part. Also there were multiple parts, and I guess I have to figure out one of these sections. And I looked at it, but I was blind. I didn't see it. But I found something in the next sector where you use a trick that Poke also used on a different pathfinding map. When you have a checkpoint on platform, oh, loud this is out, that's helpful. And Fort was also good. Yeah, if
also
you have
top 17 round now, because maybe safe finish is maybe too slow.
Yeah, we'll see.
Maybe.
My cheater plug in the bottom tells me.
Cheater plugin.
Or down cheater plugin.
The Marius plugin.
Yeah, also when you have a platform checkpoint, then you can drive next to it. Also you can, with 2 wheels, go off the platform and you can go outside of this checkpoint and still stay on the platform. Or get back onto the platform right after the CP. And that can be helpful because Aura built a section where you get an effect and then you have to go back into the checkpoint to get rid of the effect. And I could spare time by not taking the checkpoint, but instead, let's see, what is the time now? Okay, I have to, yeah, right. I have to,
Oh, nice.
I basically skip the CP and then do directly something which forces me to go into the CP and lose the effect. Beforehand, he made it in a way I also didn't know that this works. You got an effect and you cannot get rid at the same checkpoint, but you can get rid in the finish. So you had to go to the finish, then you had to get the correct car, where you got another freewheel, which you then, however, could get rid in the checkpoint because you took the finish already.
So dank.
Yeah, because you took the finish already, now the checkpoint takes away the effect. So you had to go back to the checkpoint, and I basically just skipped the checkpoint and took then the car and could directly go to the checkpoint, so I didn't have to go to the finish first. Yeah, it's very confusing, especially this continued after you had the correct car and got the checkpoint. You got still another freewheel, so you had to go with this car to the finish again to get the.
I think I know. Is it the Pathfinding Cup that is always on? Was it on Wednesday, Thursday, something like this?
Yeah, so Tom's was also on Thursdays, and this Pathfinding Cup now also happened on Thursday, but it was a season that ended now.
Yeah, I've seen the map. It was very confusing. Watching Lars POV was fun.
Yeah. But yeah, this is something that I found, and I was like, oh, maybe I have now the riddle solved and I can beat him. And I didn't search for more. There was then actually something that Poke found in the next checkpoint. I am not sure if I had found it under the time pressure that I was in. But I found at least this one thing. I thought that would gain me a lot, but it actually gave me only 8 seconds. So I still had to get another super clean run and get it 8 seconds better. And this is what I did. The deadline for this competition was 21:15, and I had at 20:57, so 18 minutes before the end, and the map is 8 minutes long. I had a run that was really good, but it died at the very end, in the second to last checkpoint, and a jump that I never was too slow for yet, but it happened, and yeah, was a bit unfortunate.
Obviously.
This is bad, right? And then I had only one more chance. Let's see what I do with this chance. That's not
You have to
great.
go. I think you have to go risky, no?
Probably. Yeah, well, got that, okay. Oh, Gariku, again on orange. That's incredible. Morning, Marius.
He's the Marius from from Russia.
Yeah, jag tror after our competitions. So, and then I had one more run. And this one run, actually everything worked, and I actually finished this with -8 seconds, and I was like praying, okay, hopefully I beat Poke with this, hopefully I beat Poke with this. But I didn't. And I had to wait 3 minutes, and then the times were not secret anymore.
So only top 2 win something, or?
No, also it was also a season, and Artis was dominating the season, so he was already safe to win. I'm again close here. Let's see.
You lose a lot of speed in the plastic.
Yeah, this part I also didn't get it in the seeding. Oh,
I don't wanna backseat because it will just cause confusion.
Then, I mean, I realized that I get that really shit. I struggled just with this transition there. I don't know. In the seeding, I didn't get it a single time. Good, it's also the reason why
I go very far right into the sausage to try to carry as much speed out of the plastic as possible. Like
the problem for me is this left turn. I took in the seeding extremely good. I used this inside ledge where you have more grip. Now I'm mega inside. But then I jump more because I'm so inside.
Yeah, I didn't even go that inside. I went more for the speed, but yeah, there's multiple ways on this map. Also for the start, you can full speed it and by not air braking.
No, I got it better. And it's already safe.
Yeah, you jump quite a bit there. Yeah, I see. But I think that was still pretty good.
But this was good.
Yeah, good run.
Also I would easily PB now, but the safe finish it is.
Actually, like, why I didn't go for the plastic hit is the small drift that you get out of the wood, which gives you a very good approach for the end.
Jules is out. He was also driving like he was first last round, so classic.
You only have to win 1 round.
Yeah, so I had to wait these 3 minutes. It was a season, yeah, and Artis was dominating the season, so he was safe first, and Poke and myself were basically equal. And there was only this one map to go now. And we both win prize money. The question was just who gets second and who gets third. And the fact that it's close between us was just because I always had not enough time to spend much for the pathfinding, and I was then always missing something. And like, there was a track, the very first one, I understood everything on this map. But there was one transition right at the start that I missed. And this one transition allowed a reroute that gained you a whole minute. I knew reroutes, I drove myself reroutes. But there was one thing that I missed that allowed a better reroute, which gains you a whole minute. And all of them were ahead. Like, there were a bunch, like all these first maps, like Aura, of course, in the Pathfinding Cup, similar to Tom, he tries, of course, that in the cup itself, it's only possible to get to the next checkpoint that is planned, that is intended to be the next. But his maps are so, not confusing, but they are so verschachtelt. I don't know an English word for verschachtelt.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've seen the maps. They are very, very difficult.
Yeah, and if you can find one small trick, then the whole map falls apart because you often actually pass some checkpoints multiple times.
Yeah, maybe layered is the correct word for that.
Yeah.
I think there's a better word as well.
Plus also with the cars and so, if you find a way to get a correct car at a certain section.
That was a good exit from the plastic actually.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Like, this is how my run looked like for Division 1, kind of.
Just with a risky finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I then saw his run. Also the times got revealed. And I had to realize that he was literally 1.2 seconds in front of me. Like on an 8 minutes track. I had to realize that he did not find... It was close. He did not find the...
Whoa.
Yeah. He did not find the reroute that I found. And I checked it, I gained 26 seconds by that. You also didn't find the fastest way into checkpoint 1 that I found. which is 1.5 seconds more. So I basically gained already 27.5 seconds. The reroute isn't that much faster, like he did one checkpoint wrong there, like you can do it better. But I gained that much time. And then came, then I already wondered, like how did he beat me? Because usually he was driving a bit slower. So there must have been something. And yeah, it was literally the checkpoint where I expected that there must be something possible.
Yeah, and you didn't find it.
And I was just blind. It was obvious. It had to be there because you drive so often forwards, backwards. Like, no, it had to be there. And it is also even simple. Like, if you see it, you think like, how can you not?
Yeah, always. It's always like that now.
Yeah, but it's not like he gained half a minute there. He gained 14 seconds.
So you lost 10 seconds, kind of.
Yeah, there was then this other thing. The checkpoint the sector that I didn't look at anymore. But where I'm also not sure if I would have ever found that. There he also gained a little bit, 7.5 seconds. And then he did two small things. One of these I wouldn't have done even if I even saw it, but I decided to not do it for safety.
For safety?
No, this is just difficult. And he had it even the last sector. It's actually crazy that he went for it.
I think you need...
Yeah, I think I need... Yeah.
Ah, good luck.
This is demotivated.
Good luck, good luck. Just casually yapping and being in the final then.
Yeah, but that's only the 3, you know? That wouldn't happen in the 1.
Still. For the trophies. For the trophies.
For the trophies, it's good then.
Demo is a good opponent, but it's close. Okay, he crashed, I think. Yeah. 1 second ahead.
We even got the upper gear here. Oh, that's a GG, guys.
GG. Division 3 win with the good strats. You lose 0.8 with that actually. With the safe ending.
So let's quickly check Div 1.
Yeah, it's Nistia versus purple, whatever purple that is.
Oh, it's already
went out
final.
on third.
Okay, then you need to be quick.
Entschuldigung. Das war wieder
herstellen. Oh, what is happening here?
Entschuldigung.
Okay, here we go. Final. And GG.
Yeah. GG.
And the winner is... whoever.
Purple. Purple trademark.
Did he even get a good?
I don't even know when it's good. Like, it looked weird.
It's a 69. It's decent.
Nice.
Ja, also overall for this cup, for the hunting, I will show you guys this now, I think. Why? Because we spoke about it, so I can show you these ones. There was basically one sector where I lost 14 seconds and another sector where I lost 7.5, and then two small things, and they probably also add up in a way that we are ex-eco with what we lost, kind of. And the rest was just, how good is your run? And he invested, of course, multiple days for perfectionizing his run, and I had like a last try. And I had, of course, small slowdowns. There was one part that I barely survived where I had a gear issue right before the jump, and then it was super close to even make it. Where I clipped in a little bit, like every of these small things decided, but missing these 14 seconds is garbage. And then I was yesterday, while I was searching for the ways, I was missing the track medal. And I would have won it, because the solution is Ryolu.
Yeah, I got it after like 5 seconds as well.
Yeah, I immediately get, of course, Osomniac and Euronic, so it has to be Riolu, no, when I start with myself. So it would
Yeah.
have been easy, but I forgot about it at 20 o'clock. And then another thing that happened is I was yesterday happy when Cup of the Day started because I thought, here solo, at the track of the day, that I got, here this one, that I got exactly position 100, Granati 99th, mid 100th, and down 101st. And we all had the same time on the 1000. So, but now something happened because it doesn't update in time. I don't know. I actually opened the map at 19 o'clock and it still showed me at 100th.
Oh.
But look what happened. Granati in 101st, myself in 102nd, down in 103rd. Isn't that beautiful?
That's really nice, actually.
Yeah,
Also,
and we all have the same time.
Also for the track medal, I always go with pack first. So I got expert and Insomniac. Then I went for spam. I just looked at experts. And then I thought, okay, maybe Yo-Yo was an expert, but no, maybe also for French. Then Race Hans, and then I immediately knew that it was Riolu. So yeah, like two bad guesses, I guess, with Yo-Yo and spam, but the rest was quite clear.
Yeah, so now let's go into this track. It's 2 days ago, no? It was Switch. And I actually went, when I got French player with my second guess, I actually went in for Navi. I remembered this name lately and I thought, hey, nobody would guess Navi, let's try Navi. And then I got Revolts. And then I know immediately it must be the female full speed driver. And
How
then
did I get French as well?
and then I had to think like, what the heck is the like name from her, no? And I needed 10 seconds to get to the name Switch, and I lost the track later because of that, because I needed time. But yeah, here's the ranking. Poke actually with a 754, myself with a 756.
I'm gonna leave now, Marius.
Yep.
I'm gonna leave now, but was fun. I'm gonna lurk in your stream now, but yeah, you can then explain. See ya.
Yeah. Yeah, so what happened here is following. Also, the reroutes are basically very simple. Poke is doing everything normal. Start, checkpoint 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, until checkpoint 15, then finish. He tries normal. I go from checkpoint 1, which is here. I found a reroute to get to checkpoint 11 by going over this onto this booster, and without braking, because of this effect block, I still managed to turn my car in a way that I accelerate in this direction and make it to checkpoint 11. So I go basically here to checkpoint 11, and from checkpoint 15 I can go to checkpoint 2 by either driving checkpoint 15 normal, because it actually ends on the part that leads to checkpoint 2, but I've found that the faster way is to go from checkpoint 15 to and jump out here to this platform, which you jump off in the sector from checkpoint 2 to 3. Then I go basically here and go then to checkpoint 2. Bad thing is I'm getting the rally car. You could probably also avoid getting rally car with some very risky jumps, but I actually found that once you take the checkpoint, there is a stadium car gate. So I go to the checkpoint, go to the stadium car gate, go back, and then I drive this normal. And this is like 2 seconds faster than if you just take checkpoint 15. And yeah, then I do everything normal. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have then all checkpoints, and I go from 10 to finish, which is also fast because 10 is here. You had to go normally with this bumper onto the platform and then to the booster, but I can just go straight, and then I'm ending up exactly here, where you also end up at checkpoint 15. The finish is then there. So my reroute is around 15 seconds faster, but he drove checkpoint 15 wrong. he drove it the way it was intended. I always wondered how it's intended. It is intended to go into the water. And then you have your plastic and here the black tunnel, and then here plastic, and with water tires you don't lose as much speed. So that is actually what is planned, but you can also just make it without wet tires. It is difficult and annoying, but it works. So he lost here easily 8 seconds or something. That's why I actually gained 26 seconds over the checkpoints that we did not both do. Yeah, and now let's have a look at the runs. You will see, I'm gonna spectate him. You will see that I am actually gaining time. How did I do that? I just go backwards into this booster, and then I'm ahead. Like, he avoided that booster, the other way is to go through the tunnel. It's basically the same pace than what he did. Naja. So then you get stadium car, you drop down here into the checkpoint, and then I found this reroute, and getting a very clean landing here is extremely difficult. And this was my last try and I got it so good, like I barely never got it so good. This here is then a normal driving sector. Sometimes some runs failed here, however, especially in the RPG jump. I don't know, my car sometimes didn't get far enough up. The RPG jump follows now. Yeah. Then you go around here. Let's make it actually faster, so that we are finished in time. You go down here. So, then into this tunnel, a bit random the landing, how fast you get it. Also random where some runs died, not fully died, but is this bounce here from the pool. Sometimes it didn't bounce. And here I actually saved now. I usually want to turn here on the grass platform, but the next jump is extremely tight and I failed several runs by going that risky. So I opted for the safe way to turn around there, which is slightly slower. He did the same line. So now comes one part that you can cut a little bit. You can go outside of this freewheel directly onto the platform there. I found that, but I felt that was now too risky to do, and it shouldn't be that much faster than just dropping and going directly up again. But this is what he did and he got it good, so he definitely gained some time. And now comes checkpoint 15, where I did this reroute that I showed already beforehand. So no steer, this, then we go into checkpoint 2 finally, but with the wrong car, so we have to get back stadium. I don't know why he put the stadium gate there, but it makes this possible. And then we do the checkpoint 2 normal. So now to checkpoint 3, nothing special. Oh no, there is something special, and it's exactly that here. I missed a small thing that he did, and that is jumping directly to the left. That worked. I only saw the way how we did it in Pathfinding Cup like this, but he landed directly here in front of the hole and made. I had enough speed to make the next jump still. So he cut this a little bit. This is one of these small improvements. So you saw both small improvements. The one that is too risky for me, and this one I overlooked. Both of them are not much, but they are gaining a bit. Here we did everything the same. There are still tricks, like we go direct and so on, like it's still a little bit optimized, but we both found this. Then we go down here, into the checkpoint, we go around. This is also such a back and forth checkpoint, and here I clipped. This is the part where I lost time. I landed probably a bit too much in the middle, on too much penalty, and I got a gear change right before jump off, and even though I went so far, like I didn't like parts like that. Now, to be honest, I wanted to turn already here. You cannot really turn on the wood, which is really annoying, and I didn't like to go that far back. And then I go so far, and even then I still clip. That was a bit annoying. this is 1.5 seconds. This is what I lost to get the world record. But now comes the sector where I missed it. Check out what I do. I have to get behind this cruise control. This is all the thing I have to do. But to get there without an effect, you have to jump there, then you have to turn around, to jump back, and then you're on this platform. This is how this worked. And then you can get to that booster. Basically, you want to get to that booster. Yeah. So, and then you come here. Now comes the part that I figured out very late. Not taking this CP. Because it allows me to get now Snowcar with freewheel and already get rid of the freewheel in this checkpoint. If I go through the checkpoint, this checkpoint will not get rid of freewheel anymore. Yeah, so you have to avoid the checkpoint, but then it will kill the freewheel effect. So I spare it to go one time down into this finish area and back up. This is basically the whole reason. Now, going through this, and here he found another thing. I go outside here with a bumper, I bump up to get the stadium car. And with the stadium car, I jumped into here, into the rally car. This is what I do. And now we are in this sector. In this sector, of course, also not taking this freewheel. My second to last one, which was almost as good as this one, died in this jump here. I didn't make this. Was the first time. I didn't make it, probably because I landed too sideways on this wood here. So now on checkpoint 9. But we have to do the track medal soon. Jumping with cruise control up here, into this, getting stadium car, and then I'm in the last checkpoint. So let's see track medal. How late is that? 24. Yeah, I hunted this for a while, but this was my very last attempt that I had before the deadline, and then I hit it that well. Let's quickly do the track medal. Interest or not? Yeah, I think I will join it, but I have to finish off showing my runs there. I will see, I will see. I try to make it quick. So. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Found Virch. Yes, I won. GG. Alright, then let's look into the Ditch Fest. How long this actually took, this thing. Open yourself, please. Ditch Fest. How long was the other edition? 128. Okay, that would fit. Did Yannick's announce that it's happened? We check that later. Let's see. This is now the last checkpoint. I go from checkpoint 10 to the bumper onto the reset around this and to the finish. So, and now what were the things that he did different? Also, first of all, he did go like this and is like 1.5 seconds behind me. What you haven't seen is how checkpoint 1 to checkpoint 2 works. This is now something that I didn't have to do. No, you had to take the stadium car, get back to the reset to get rid of no steer, and then he shortcuts a little bit by going directly backwards from there. So, and then he does this checkpoint. Now he does multiple things normal. Apart from this one thing, yeah, true. And that is this one here. What I said, he jumps directly to the left here and keeps the speed. Might gain him maybe 2-3 seconds. I don't know how much exactly, this one I didn't check out. The rest here is driven fully normal. But now we get to this checkpoint. And this is my downfall. Bum. It is so fucking simple. Let's make it a bit slower, normal speed. I knew all the time, everything you had to do is get behind that cruise control onto the platform. Here's the freewheel, here's the cruise control. Here's lower ground and penalty, nothing to jump. I didn't find it. Maybe because I always looked from this direction with a free camera and this tree here blocks the view onto this edge. But it is that simple. Look at this. Of course, you have to go a bit over this gap, but obviously that works. I looked literally 15 minutes into the sector to find if there is something, and I was so sure there must be something, and I didn't find such a simple thing. And that is 14 seconds lost, because I jump to the left, have to turn around, jump back, have to turn around here. He just does this. This is basically what I missed. Very annoying. Yeah. So the next thing here, sector 6, he does the same. He found it out as well. And then he goes up to checkpoint 7. And now he found something that I wouldn't have found maybe. You can climb this wall with a snow car. Then he goes super slow, backwards penalty, super slow with snow car. But then he uses this bumper to get up to this platform. Already comes from a better side into the rally car, can drive forwards here. This whole thing gains him 7.5 seconds. It is not really a much longer way that I'm doing, but this one is still very efficient. This is the second thing I overlooked. But yeah, this sector I also didn't look again. I didn't check this again. He had a very good overwall there. Such small things are parts where he also gained a bit of time, but there are also small things where he lost something. No? So what he had to do now is from checkpoint 10, I went to the finish. No? He uses this bumper as well, but in order to get then to checkpoint 11, even without a booster, so he got it actually not all too fast, I would think. And then it's normal. Checkpoint 11, 12, 13, we can skip forward. Everything is driven the same as I did it. The only difference is then here in this sector that he does this small cut here. Bam. The small thing, and then he moves forwards again. Yeah, and now he actually takes these wet wheels, and this is much slower than if he wouldn't take it. So, and now you can say, now this checkpoint here takes a little bit. And then here comes, and you will see I'm right there, but he gets to this finish area quicker. If you see it from my perspective here at the end, he is literally there. Yeah, and that was 30 euros lost, and I invested a full evening. I invested already on the previous day a lot of time into this. But I also invested a full evening yesterday, didn't play Cup of the Day, didn't play Bon Cup, messed up looking at the Trek Mädel, which I probably easily would have won. How's the room called? Ditch of the Day? No. Ditch 4. And I'm going Voicehagen. Oh, it's not open yet. Ah, easy. But this is the correct club, yeah? Yeah. Yeah, the Ditch Fest, Jatrovav. Hagen will play. Yeah, so basically, I lost this then by just a second. I didn't know his time, I didn't know his route, and it had to be that close. It's of course very unfortunate. I didn't drive Cup of the Day, I didn't drive Bon Cup, I didn't solve the Trek Mädel in time. I had then the other bad news that I dropped out of top 100 because of 2 times that for whatever reason need half an hour to get updated in the leaderboard. Yeah, and that was it. Like, unfortunate. Actually, in the end, a shit evening, have to say. And yeah, also a little bit surprised. Like, when I saw I didn't beat him before I saw his time, I was like, either, like, there are 2 options. Either he is finding something really stupid, which allows him to cut a lot, like something that is really random, like RNG, but it saves a lot, or he found, or I'm just dumb. No, I didn't see a very simple thing. In the end, it is the later thing. I am dumb in this one sector. He found basically 4 things that I didn't find. And the one thing is super dumb. The other one with the snow overwall and the bumper, I'm not sure. The next thing is this very small jump that he did. Yeah, I missed that. I don't know how difficult it is to keep the speed and make the next jump. But okay, I missed that. But it's fine that I didn't do it, but it probably would have been fine to do it. Because my jump was also not easy to do. And apparently also slower, of course. And then the other thing, I decided to not do it on purpose. Overall, I'm really mad about this 14 seconds loss. Definitely. He lost time from checkpoint 15 to finish. In the end, we were, if we take away these rerouted checkpoints, we were pretty much equal. And the 1 second is roughly than the driving, where we were very similar. I cannot say exactly how much time he gained with the 2 small cuts that he did. But we are around equal in both what we found and in both how we drove. It was just for me a very last try, where I at some points have to make sure that I survive it, while he obviously hunted it already to this perfected run, and I had to make sure to get through. And I mean, maybe he was only 2 seconds ahead of my previous PP, or only 5 seconds ahead of my previous PP, and 8 seconds improvement is enough. Like, I do not know that. It could have been that if I take any more risk, I don't get a run through because I fail, and I don't get a run through, and then I have to realize he was only a second in front. And a second in front is of course easy to beat. So I had to make a decision. If I had no more time to drive, then I could have of course gone for all the risky ways to actually get a sick time in the end.